Ever wanted to walk inside the ropes with a European Tour player at possibly one of the most scenic golf courses in the world? Yeah, me too. Let's do it, and let's do it now. James Robinson here, part 2 at Kingsbarns with Jigger Thompson. We are walking around in the ropes on the practice round. We are also with his uber exuberant caddy, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello, folks.
If you haven't watched part 1, make sure you do. There's loads of awesome content that Jigger's given us. He's given us an insight into how you should plan a practice round around probably one of the best looking golf courses in the world. So Jigger, just quickly before we get to this golf ball, we saw you earlier on and you were hitting bunker shots. You hadn't hit your ball in the bunker. But is this something which do you plan on the practice round, obviously where hopefully you're not going to miss, but go and plan for every eventuality?
I mean, you know, like there's a lot of, obviously links golf, there's a lot of pot bunkers, and you can also often hit a good shot and actually become short-sided. So for us, you've got to make sure that you're able to produce the shot short-sided. You know, we're used to playing, you know, bunkers where you can just splash it out, you can do low, you can do what you want, whereas these, you know, mainly are high. You've got to hit a lot of high bunker shots, short-sided. But to do that, you've got to keep a lot of pace, where I think a lot of players, you know, try and do it slower to get the height, but you've actually got to get a lot more speed with a lot more loft to get it up in the air. So, you know, for us, we're just kind of having a little bit of a practice in and around the greens.
There's been no talk of score on the practice round at all, has there?
No, you know, I mean, I hate doing that. There's nothing worse than going on a court on a practice round trying to play for a few quid, because you know you almost want to learn from your bad shots rather than your good shots. So I always play 2-3 balls, 2-3 different shots if I need to, and we go from there. Definitely don't score in a practice round.
Awesome. So if you've not watched part 1, guys, make sure you do. We cover some really interesting points. We talk how to plan a practice round, we talk different shots, different clubs, what clubs you would use for different courses. That is all covered in part 1. And you may hear a reoccurring theme on this video and on part 1. This place is beautiful. And remember guys, I want you to be a part of the videos. I want you to comment below. In the first video, I asked you to comment 2 things. I asked you to comment what is the most spectacular golf course you've played, and also if you had one question to ask a tour pro, what would it be? In this video, I want you to comment, how would you adapt your game for links golf as opposed to Parkland golf or Heathland golf? Is there anything you'd change? Or would you keep it exactly the same? And that can be clubs in the bag, it can be game plan, it can be strategy, it can be technique, it can be anything.
I don't think you've got it in you.
That's what we all wanted to see.
I don't think you will.
This is one for James. James's block. We're all right.
Heart of the green, this, I think.
This is a top spin runner.
Strike, that is. God. What are you saying, Chris?
I mean, everyone has a bit of luck in the sky.
Great shot, that.
Be the ball, Chris.
Be the ball. He was the ball there. 565.
565 into a wind, and that just shows you one of the biggest hitters on the European Tour. That's fair to say, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. One of the biggest hitters on the European Tour. Driver. Should we give him front edge for that one? Yeah.
Free.
Put him for eagle, we'll say that. Jig, would you do anything differently in the swing there off the deck?
No, not really. Just
No?
the same as it in a fairway would.
Just ball striking, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So Jig, first year on the European Tour. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I mean it's been great. You know, a hell of a lot of learning involved in you know, you get thrown in at the deep end really with get your card at Q School.
That was some finish, by the way, at Q School, wasn't it?
Yeah, like you know, you get sort of thrown at the deep end, you're straight out to basically the other side of the world, South Africa. Then you're out in Australia, and you know, things can go wrong. I didn't play great. I think I sort of expected that I got to do something a hell of a lot different, and actually, realistically, you haven't, because you know you're good enough to be there. So
absolutely.
Do what you do good, and I'm pretty sure you know you've got a good chance to stay out here. And I think, to be honest, that's all I've done this second half of the year, is do what I do well, believe in myself, and results are showing. So if I can have a strong end to the year, you know, who knows what's going to happen.
Good man.
But you know, it's been awesome, like especially being in a playoff with like Westwood and Wallace, who have obviously, you know, now playing some amazing stuff, and you know, to realise that you are good enough to be in that position is a massive confidence booster, really.
You're living a lot of people's dreams, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, you know, of course I am. I'm living my own dream.
Yeah.
It's where I've always wanted to be, and I'm sort of making it happen. So, you know, I think I can have a pretty decent career in this game, really, going forward.
Well, with you, good man.
Cheers,
See if we can. Oh, actually, maybe not. Look at that. Up and down for birdie, Jig, from here. Yeah, it's good effort, that.
No, tough crowd.
Chris, give him a clap.
Haven't even got a clap for that off you two.
We'll knock it in for.
Does that take some getting used to, Jig? Even people clapping and...
Yeah, I mean, obviously playing in front of crowds like could be quite daunting at times, but like the one thing I have realised, obviously, if you're, you know, when you start playing well, it's how amazing it is when the crowds do get behind you.
Yeah.
You know, they really want you to do well, and then you can kind of ride the wave, really.
I'll get you that, mate. Your caddy's over there messing about.
Yeah.
Chris, we'll get this flag.
I'm on my way. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, well done.
You know, who's them trousers?
That's what I said.
Why do they fit like
Are they jigs? They're not
Yeah.
yours, are they?
Yeah, they are jigs. 260 to get over that bunker off
Full plane.
middle of the fairway. Yeah, that's
Right.
awesome.
Oh, Safe to say it'd take me 2 drives to get over that bunker. It's massive, isn't it?
Do you want your new tailor-made? Tailor-made a bit straight.
Is it tailor-made or is it Titleist though, Chris?
I was about to say the same thing.
That's what the viewers want to know, they're desperate.
Well, ping. I have to say that. Gave it a bit too much, so I like it.
I'd be blaming Caddy. So Chris, just going through a few numbers there with different clubs, how well would you say that, obviously you know them, but how well do you as a caddy need to know the players' distances?
Well, it's
Would you
one of
say it's the
those-
biggest thing you need?
Yeah, it's the biggest thing you need to know, and you know, it's not just knowing the full number. You know, they'll have a max number with it. Then you want probably an 8 out of 10 number, which is the normal.
Yeah.
And then again, you know, a 3/4 swing, because especially links golf, if you're playing in the wind, then you need to know the in-between shots. You're going to get a lot of in-between shots. You're not always going to get the perfect yardage, as we all know. So, numbers, especially when it comes to pitching, is key really thing for us to know.
Regards to the discussions you guys have on a lot of tees, is that trying to leave yourself a specific number a lot of the time? Or
Yes.
is there a favourite club off the tee? Or
Drivers is definitely his favourite club, but if you hit it that far it is. But when we're playing short par 4s that are a bit fiddly, it's trying to leave yourself a number which is within anything under 120 is to 60 yards is comfortable with. So
yeah,
we're looking for a number in between there as much as we can. You know, even
So-
if we're laying up on a par 5, it's the same.
yeah, and that's going to help. Obviously, if you think about strokes gained percentage, things like that,
That's it, you know.
basically get as close as you can near enough.
Exactly, we hit the fairway, leave a number where we can start to knock it in where we're going to make more putts.
Yeah.
Which has helped him recently with getting a few better results. Third time this shot.
Again, as a European Tour caddy, how much stuff is in that bag?
Well, in our bag you like to put too much in, but normally you've got your waterproofs, as much water as we can get on board, and then just food really.
Yeah. How many kind of gloves, balls, tees?
Balls, we'd say we normally have 9 balls, probably 4 or 5 gloves, and then just a bag of tees, but
Yeah.
we normally get them off the first tee.
Yeah. How long is this hole?
444.
It's massive, that, isn't it? Yeah. And they've gone off at tips, haven't they, at that?
130's here.
Yeah. Oh, it's about 60 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't look like that.
It's coming in.
How far's that drive gone, Chris?
Further than we thought.
What would you clock that?
So it was 55 yards to the front.
444, so it's gone.
380, 382.
Would that worry you going too far?
Yeah, so we might hit 3 wood, and 3 wood's not going to leave us, although today it is downwind.
Yeah.
So we're unfortunate to go in, but
Right then, Jig, that's it. 18th hole done. That was a monster drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually, yeah.
Absolutely massive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jig,
cool.
thanks a lot, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Best of luck this week.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Cheers.
Jig, if people haven't subscribed already, what do they need to do?
Subscribe and hit that button.
Yes. See, that's how you say it, Chris.
smash it.
Yes.